I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, America. All my thoughts and prayers are with all the great American people in Mississippi. All the tornadoes that tore everything apart and killed 26 people. A 1.5 mile wide tornado tore through Rolling Fork, Mississippi. I pray that everyone lost is found. It is time to come together and find a warm and safe place for all the people that have been displaced throughout Mississippi. My thoughts and prayers also go out to all the missing and the ones who are lost after the chocolate factory explosion in Pennsylvania yesterday. Amen. When you are President Joe Biden of the United States of America, are you under oath at all times? The ones who tell the truth are the ones who seem to get punished by President Joe Biden and his administration. The bond paid for media helps the administration punish those truth seekers. The cursed and corrupt, compromised President Joe Biden and his administration uses the bond paid for American government that belongs to the American taxpayer as a weapon against the American taxpayer. They weaponize the internet to slander truth tellers and ruin lives just because you are a true American. Sticking up for the Constitution of America is the only way and the right way. The oath of office should be obeyed to the letter. Independent Americans for the win. Americans for Americans for the win. Americans working for Americans for the win. Independent states for the win. Big government must go. All they do is fight amongst themselves, jockey for position, start wars, lie and cheat, disrespect the American people, sell out the American people, undermine America, create a double standard, fear-mongering, inflation, rise of deficit, leave a huge carbon imprint, bankrupt America, sabotage the American people, put special interests before the American people, and put so much stress on the American people. Then they ask why Americans do not trust the government. Now we know why we must have so much security for our government. How much money do you think the American taxpayers pay for the government's security so they can weaponize our own government against the American taxpayer? I'm 12 years old and I'm running for the President of the United States of America. American blood is running through my veins. Young, confident, non-corrupt, sensible, moral, ethical, unselfish, good intentions for the American people and my country. That is why I, Ethan the Kid, would make a better president for the American people. Okay, down to business. In my administration, I would use the infrastructure already in place, all the firewalls already in place. Let the American people work for America. That would inspire the American people to do a better job for the American people and our country than our government is doing now, because they would be invested in themselves. It only makes sense. Americans for the win. Americans working for Americans for the win. Independent Americans for the win. United Americans for the win. United country for the win. Our carbon imprint would drastically be decreased and it would bring trust back to the American people. It would put America back into the American hands. It would get rid of fake news, all the bad actors and the corruption. We would not have to pay big government anymore. That would lower our deficit, our gas prices, lower government spending. It would get rid of Republican, Democrat, or Independent. It would become just American. There would be no more two-tier justice system. The impact politics has within the justice system would be gone. It would curb the carbon imprint, and it would stop the division of America. Put all the voting and decisions back into the American people, giving the Americans a voice. There should be only one voice. It should be the American's voice. I'm 12 years old, and I have sat out what my administration would accomplish. Ethan the Kid, your next president, who does not need heavy security to take away from the American people. That does not have any enemies. That will not lie to the American people. That will not take advantage of the American people. I will not sell out America, because all Americans would have the power, not just a few. That's what's wrong. Americans would represent Americans. Big government is the problem. It is the problem. Government is why every American is at jeopardy financially, mentally, and morally. Yours truly, Ethan Kidd, your next president. Time for my homework and chores. Thank you to all our military, men and women, our customs and border patrol, and law enforcement across America, protecting the country that we love. My family and I salute you. In 1918, the government promoted 2 hens per person in the backyard of every American home will keep a family fed. Witness the arrogance of the thieves in suits in our government. Stick with South 5 and All American Build YouTube. Let's get back to the Donald Trump days, everybody. God bless America, and let's go, Brandon. Bye.